For the thousands of immigrants who've come to the U.S. in recent weeks seeking asylum, their claims join the backlog of hundreds of thousands of cases in immigration court. That issue was exacerbated by the shutdown as about three-quarters of the country's immigration judges were furloughed. We learn more from Ashley Tabador, president of the National Association of Immigration Judges. She joins us from Los Angeles via Skype. Judge Tabador, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
What are the lasting impacts of this government shutdown on the backlog that you and your colleagues are seeing?
Well, we're still trying to rev up and focus on the cases that are currently scheduled. Otherwise, we have about 80,000 hearings that were canceled, and those hearings will have to be reincorporated back into our docket. And we haven't begun that process yet. It is likely going to take months and months before those cases can be put back on our calendars. And for the people who had trial dates during the shutdown, most likely those trial dates are going to be bumped up to the back of the line. So that means a person will have to wait another 2 or 3 or more years before they can present their cases again.
There are a multitude of factors that you consider when processing a person's case and deciding who stays and who has to leave.
Yes, each case has to be decided on the merit of the facts of the case and the law of the case. So someone who is asking to stay because they're fearful of going back to their home country has a different set of factors that they have to show to the court than someone who's asking to stay because of their family relationships and the number of years that they've been in the United States. So, for example, an asylum seeker must show that they have a fear of persecution based on limited reasons. So that person's case is going to be very much focused on their past experiences in their home country or what they fear is going to happen to them when they return. In contrast, someone who is asking to stay because of the family relationships that have been formed while living in the United States will have to show what we call usually exceptional and extremely unusual hardship to those family members who are United States citizens or lawful permanent resident. So that person has to show that they haven't engaged in criminal activity, that their life here is so critical to those individuals that are here with status.
We often hear this, especially in light of the current conversation. If we have more immigration judges, that will help fix this problem. Is that how you view this issue?
I think having more resources and more immigration judges is part of the solution. But the problem is that we have an immigration court that's situated in the Justice Department. Our courts have to be independent of our prosecutor, independent of the parties who come before us. What we have seen is the court being used as a political tool, as an extension of law enforcement policies. And those usage of the court has consistently added to the backlog. So until we remove the court from the Justice Department, it doesn't matter how many additional immigration judges you add to it, that backlog is going to be compounded. We have seen the largest growth in court. We have grown from under 300 judges to over 400 judges. But our backlog has grown from over 600,000 cases to over 800,000 cases. So I think that's pretty clear evidence that yes, we need more judges because there are obviously more cases, but just having more judges, just throwing more money at it is not going to solve the problem.
Okay, Judge Tabador joining us via Skype from Los Angeles. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.